Do you really know what's on your plate? Some foods look innocent, even healthy, but carry hidden toxins that can quietly damage your body or even lead to death. In today's video, we're diving into 15 everyday foods that can turn deadly if you're not careful. Some of these might be in your kitchen right now. Stick around till the end for a bonus tip that could literally save your life. At first glance, green potatoes might just look unripe or sun-kissed, but that greenish tint is more than just color. It's a red flag. When potatoes are exposed to light, they produce chlorophyll, harmless on its own, but it often comes hand in hand with solanine, a natural poison. Solanine attacks your nervous system. In large doses, it can cause nausea, vomiting, confusion, and even death. The poison concentrates in the skin, sprouts, and any green sections. Safety tip: always store potatoes in a dark, cool place. If they look green or taste bitter, toss them out. Nutmeg might be your go-to for lattes and holiday desserts, but in high doses, this aromatic spice becomes hallucinogenic and potentially toxic. The culprit is a compound called myristicin, which affects the nervous system. Taking just 2 teaspoons can trigger dizziness, nausea, hallucinations, or in extreme cases, seizures and organ failure. It's rare, but serious. So just to stay safe, always use only small culinary amounts of nutmeg. Really, you shouldn't exceed 1 teaspoon per dish. And, definitely keep it out of reach of children. Bitter almonds, well, they aren't the same as the sweet almonds we usually snack on. These wild varieties actually contain amygdalin, which your body can convert into hydrogen cyanide, a known deadly poison. Eating even just a small handful of raw bitter almonds can be fatal, especially for children. While cooking does reduce their toxicity, there really isn't a clear, safe amount. Here's a pro tip: just stick to sweet almonds from the grocery store. They're totally safe and honestly super nutritious. Raw or undercooked red kidney beans contain a toxin called phytohemagglutinin, which is a type of lectin that, honestly, can cause severe stomach distress within just a few hours. Just a few improperly cooked beans can make you violently ill. So what should you do? Soak the beans overnight, discard the water, and then boil them for at least 10 minutes. And yeah, avoid slow cookers. They just don't reach the needed heat to kill the toxin. While not classified as food, alcohol is widely consumed. Yet it's actually one of the most harmful substances to the liver. Chronic consumption leads to fatty liver, fibrosis, cirrhosis, and even liver cancer. It also dehydrates the body, disrupts brain function, and impairs the immune system. Moderation is key here. If you drink, do so responsibly. And if you don't, there's really no need to start. HFCS is everywhere: soft drinks, snacks, even salad dressings. But this cheap sweetener is linked to obesity, insulin resistance, fatty liver, and even heart disease. It also burdens the liver, much like alcohol does. To make things worse, traces of mercury and pesticides like glyphosate have been found in some HFCS samples. So swap it out. Try using honey, maple syrup, or stevia, but, always in moderation. And always remember to read nutrition labels. Sugar spikes your blood glucose, increasing insulin levels and fueling inflammation. Over time, it can lead to weight gain, diabetes, mood swings, and even Alzheimer's disease. It also feeds harmful gut bacteria and, honestly, contributes to what's called leaky gut syndrome. Reduce your intake, choose natural sugars from fruit, and limit processed snacks. Your body and your brain will definitely thank you. Eating meat that hasn't been cooked thoroughly can expose you to Salmonella E. coli and Listeria, bacteria that cause food poisoning and some pretty serious complications. What to do? Cook meats to safe internal temperatures. Use a thermometer and avoid cross-contaminating raw and cooked foods. Eggs are, real nutritional powerhouses, but eating raw eggs can carry Salmonella. That's a bacterium that causes gastrointestinal distress, and honestly, it can be especially dangerous for children, seniors, and folks who are immunocompromised. To avoid the risk, it's best to stick to pasteurized eggs and cook them until the yolks are firm. Also, be cautious with homemade mayonnaise or dressings that use raw eggs. While fruits and vegetables are, of course, essential to health, many are coated in pesticides. Long-term exposure to these chemicals has been linked to hormonal disruption, fertility issues, and even cancer. The so-called dirty dozen includes strawberries, spinach, kale, apples, and tomatoes produced with the highest pesticide residues. To go clean, wash thoroughly, peel skins when possible, and choose organic when you can. Raw milk may sound wholesome, but it hasn't been pasteurized to kill dangerous bacteria like E. coli and Listeria. These pathogens can cause severe illness, especially in children and pregnant women. Be safe. Only consume milk and dairy labeled pasteurized. Seafood is nutritious, but large predatory fish like shark, swordfish, and king mackerel tend to accumulate mercury, which can damage the brain and nervous system, especially in children and unborn babies. Raw seafood like sushi and oysters can also carry harmful bacteria and parasites. Choose wisely. Opt for low-mercury fish like salmon or sardines, and ensure seafood is properly cooked. Spinach, lettuce, and arugula are full of nutrients, but they can also carry E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria from contaminated soil or water. Prevention. Wash greens thoroughly under running water. Avoid bagged salads past their use-by date, and store them properly. Not all mushrooms are edible. Wild mushrooms can look like the grocery store kind, but some contain amatoxins, which destroy the liver and kidneys. Even a small bite can be fatal. Golden rule: never eat wild mushrooms unless identified by an expert. When in doubt, leave it out. Cassava is a major food source in many parts of the world, but, raw or improperly prepared cassava contains linamarin, a compound that can turn into deadly cyanide in your body. To stay safe, always peel, soak, and cook cassava thoroughly before consumption. You can't avoid all food risks, but you can reduce them. Here's the secret: eat whole organic foods when possible. Cook your meals from scratch. Avoid ultra-processed products, and always store, clean, and cook your food properly. Knowledge is your best defense, so now that you know, share this video to help others stay safe too. Which of these foods surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a vital health tip. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, health starts in your kitchen.